Alright, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. How was everyone doing this morning? Yeah, so it looks like price already came down. I wanted to see that gap be the drawn liquidity. It looks like it did not wait for us and it just went straight down there, which is okay. But yeah, I wanted to see that be our drawn liquidity. So potentially, I mean, the whole kind of bias going into this morning, I want to see price retrace into a discount of this price range here. So if we can see price continue to push lower into that 15-minute gap and potentially towards equilibrium back into a discount, that's what I want to see. Right, the daily time frame looks disgusting. We are inside of a 4-hour bullish and a 1-hour bullish, I'm pretty sure. So everything does look bullish, right? But I definitely want to see a retracement, and obviously this gap here is going to act as our drawn liquidity. However, we've already met that objective, which is slightly annoying. We can't really take shorts anymore towards that. However, we could still potentially take shorts towards discount. So we'll see what price presents. All right.
Order filled.
With that, guys. 643. Stop loss going below that swing low. First TP is going to be at that high. Holy shit, right. Just moving quick. What a sniper entry, okay. First TP is there. Second TP is going to be at 50%. Okay. Not going to move my stops just yet because ES has not actually tapped into that gap. Second TP be there at 50% retracement. And then we'll target final TP as this buy side level here, which if it hits would be crazy. Right, ES just took that, guys, so I'm going to close
Order
80%
filled.
there, guys. Close 80% here. It's around 35 points secured. So ES took the objective there, hence we closed out. Still in some of our position, of course. I'm going to close another one off here, guys, since ES has already retraced to 50%.
Order filled.
So sell another 10% now. Should be at around 90% of your position. Let's go, guys. Finally, we caught a decent winning trade, right? There's been no opportunities all week. Now, finally, we catch something. Okay, at this point, I'll move my stops to 640.50. So, pretty much a risk-free trade. Now, I'm just going to be riding this all the way towards that external buy-side level. Alright, let me just look at the chat quickly because I wasn't paying attention. What are you lot saying? W's in the chat, let's go, bro. Banger, let's go. Clean that trade finally, yeah. I mean, guys, like recently the price action has been terrible. And you guys know I can't control that, can I? But when we do see a clean setup and we do execute, you know, it goes in our direction most of the time. So yeah, watching yes now, you should be out around 90% of your position, right? We already retraced into 50% of the price range, hence we closed out majority of our position, and now we're just holding that final contract until external buy side liquidity up here. So if ES decides to take that, we'll close out, but for now, you know, we can hold this and see what happens, I guess. And we'll just trail our cons as we go up. Okay, so ES just took that high. Let's see how this candle closes here. Just gotta wait for these types of trades and never hesitate to take them. Exactly, bro. Patience pays off. You have to have patience. Like, I was starting to slowly lose my patience because we've not taken an actual A+ trade in such a long time, and there hasn't been any trades valid. Like, we've not traded in the past around 2 weeks. People have been asking on Instagram, you know, Ben, where are you? Where's the trading content? There is no trading content because there's been no trades. You know, what can I post, guys? If I'm not trading, what can I post? There is nothing to post. Right, try your stops to that low now. 74.25. Okay, I need to change that. I didn't even realize. Oh my god. Someone just posted a disgusting profit in the chat. Holy shit. Yeah, definitely post that in the wins and results channel if you haven't already. You've been a blessing, bro. 4 out of 5 funded days funded. Let's go. That's a lot. Is that on a funded account? Because if that's on a funded account, he's just made over $10,000, which is crazy. Okay, this trade is actually very nice, guys. This is very nice. I'm pretty much waiting for ES to take that high there on the 15-minute chart. This external buy side level here of this price range. Once that gets taken, we will close out manually on NQ. So as you can see, there's a lot of stacked up highs here in this area. That's going to act as our drawn liquidity. So we're trading our stops. You know, if we get stopped down a profit, that's completely fine. I don't care. We've secured a lot already. We're floating around 62.75 handles. So all good. I want you guys to spam the reactions in the chat right now, in the signals chat. Like up the messages. I'm with you for life, my brother. Let's go, bro. Appreciate it. Lifestyle daily vlogs. Yeah, I need to start filming more, guys, I'll be honest. if you don't want to see that, I will gladly do it, but I can't really be arsed, guys, with the lifestyle vlogs. It is a lot, like every single day, holding the camera and like, you know, can get a bit draining, constant filming. That's why I rarely do them, but if I'm doing something like, you know, worth filming, I'll definitely film it.
Order filled.
Okay, we got stopped out there, guys, in a profit. That's completely fine, right? Amazing trade. Very happy with that. Finally, we caught a actual winning trade, because for the past 2 weeks, there's been absolutely zero opportunity. So I've not actually traded. I've not taken any trades in the past, I don't know, 10 days now. So finally, we caught a decent trade there. Very happy about that. 1.4K on the PA account, and he passed the 50K account. Amazing. I love to hear it, guys. I love to hear it. So if you made some money there, make sure to send that into the wins and results channel, right? Flex the absolute living shit out of your wins. But yeah, let's break this trade down. So going into the morning, right, there's not much of a bias on the daily time frame. Daily time frame looks horrendous, right? We're trading at all-time highs. There's not many setups. Like I said, we've not seen a very clean opportunity in the past 2 weeks now. But today the price range was actually very clean, right? We had some clean levels. So we had London highs up here, Asia lows, we had this gap here as well. And then we had this huge 15-minute fair value gap that was resting in a discount, right? So price was up here. What I wanted to see, the drawn liquidity, is obviously this gap here and then that 15-minute gap as well, right? But price came down. It already took the objective in the morning, and once the macro hit, I was no longer looking for shorts, right? Because we already retraced into a discount off that price range and tapped all these levels, right? So at this point, you should be looking for longs, really. So once we had that displacement here, right, you can see price broke above that swing high. Now, notice how we didn't actually close above that swing high, did we? So most people will say, oh, you actually need a strong bullish candle closure. Yes, that is correct. However, if you don't get that, does that mean the trade is not valid? No, the trade is still valid. It's just less likely to play out, okay? Doesn't mean you can't take it. You can still take it, but just know that it's a little bit more risky and it's not as high probability compared to as if we closed above that swing high. So anyways, that's still valid. We had that market structure shift, displacement, fair value gap. So there was 2 gaps here. I decided to take my entry off the first initial gap. You always have to take your entry off that gap. Now notice ES never tapped into that gap, okay? NQ did. We got entry, stop loss was below that swing low, risking around 30 handles. We targeted this high as our first TP, then 50% of the range as our second TP, and then final TP was that external high up here, or these equal highs, these stacked up highs, right? Now, once ES obviously took that high, we closed out some of our position. ES again retraced to 50% of that price range. We closed another further of our position, and then we trailed our stops to that swing low there, which we got stopped out, and that's completely fine. We secured around 60 handles in that trade. Very decent. I hope you lot enjoyed the stream. Right, have a great rest of your day. If you made some profits, make sure to send that in to the wins and results channel, and I'll be calling it a day there, guys. Right, if there's a lesson you have to take from this live stream, it's going to be patience. Right, have some patience, because we can go without not taking a single trade, right, for the past 10 days. We can do that, and then boom, you take one trade and that's it. You're back. You make some money. So it really does not matter, guys, okay? You need to have that mental strength and that patience. Eventually a winning trade will come, okay? It's not like the market will just stay stagnant for years to come. That's impossible. It's not gonna happen. The market is gonna move. You're gonna get some opportunities. Some weeks, some months, you might not take a single trade. That's completely fine. That is trading. That's what you have to deal with if you wanna be a trader long term. Wow, someone said in the chat, thank you, Ben, my first payout. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. It looks like everyone's made money today, so that makes me very happy. But yeah, other than that, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you lot in tomorrow's live stream. All right, take it easy, guys.